I am from Los Angeles, California. Grew up in the streets of South Central where mostly every day there's a struggle. I am from growing up without a father since I was 6 and growing with just my mom there every single day. I am from a mother who was strict to a mother who was sick, and now I have to be the adult. My hands make coffee every morning before going to school. After school, I clean her place, cook lunch and dinner for my mother, sister, brother, nephew, niece, and brother-in-law. My mother was born in Guerrero, Tonalapa del Sur, and grew her 20 years there. Guerrero made her strong enough to leave. She arrived at Los Angeles at the age of 21 with nothing but a vision for a better life. Maybe that's why she was so strict with us. She didn't want her sacrifices to be wasted. We come from a little pueblito where the food is delicious. We come from mole, pozole, tamales, tacos, costillas de puerco en salsa verde o roja, pollo empanizado, enchiladas y otras cosas más. The smell of the food every day that gets you even more hungry and makes you gain weight. Weight, race, class, gender, and sexuality has somewhat impacted my life. People judge us for being Mexican, for example Donald Trump, for being poor, the way we dress, and how we look. All the discrimination and talking has set us to be somewhat insecure about how or where we're living. Judgmental people all around knowing they have difficult paths too. Police is getting involved with immigrants. I'm from where we're taught to be more Mexican than to be Americans. Only some people will understand this, the music that tells the story of our lives. Bandas, cumbia, norteñas, and rancheras are most known. Waking up every weekend to these sounds meant it was time to wake up and start deep cleaning the house, the part my siblings and I hated the most. We grew up struggling with money, food, clothes, and house. We were asking all around for help, but mostly we had to help ourselves. I'm from a past that nobody will ever understand.
I've been trying to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I am from a state that gives false promises. A place where my parents moved to give me and my brothers a better life. Turns out it was just the beginning of a long road of struggle. We finally had a place we lived in, South Central. It should have been a place where we can relax, where we can feel safe, but you can't relax in South Central. It's a place where you will fear at all times, but especially when night approached. The fear of bullets randomly hitting our house with no protection, just fear itself, was uncontrollable. Tears boiling down my face. From South Central to Compton, my parents knew that was no place for any child, so I dramatically changed in our lives. My dad was employed into a better job and we moved to downtown. Still in LA, but of course a separate community. A bigger home to play in, a bigger room for creativity to bloom in. I was 9 years old before hitting my teen years. I've had many trips and fails, so I've been trying to make sure my brothers and sisters don't commit the same mistakes. I showed them the results it gave me and everything I went through. My fails made my father very upset. I've always thought he didn't understand what I was going through. I had too much pressure and now it's difficult for us to connect. I don't want this type of relationship between them and my father. They tried understanding, but it was different from me being the oldest. It was hard for them to understand how I grew because they always had me to go through things first and tell them how it goes. But I had to go through them alone. That's when I found music. Music was my way out, a feeling that helped me understand things, to see what reality was. As I grew older, I heard many stories about struggles in people's lives. In music, I found freedom. But in films and movies, I found my calling. It made me feel that I was not the only one going through a battle of life. Through acting, I felt that I can give people inspiration and hope. Standing on someone else's shoes whose life was probably twice as difficult than yours minimizes your problems. That made me feel less terrible. Acting and feeling like another person helped me escape from my problems. Acting was now an option to life for me. As I've come to understanding now that I'm an adult, life isn't easy. But it can get much better. I still have a long way to go and to be able to grow as a better person. My goal now is to help my parents the way they've always helped me, and of course, help others in need.
Desde las calles de Los Ángeles se oye rebelión, militantes listos para el one time. Nos falta
from Aztlan, the land that was taken from my people. The smell of caña burning, brightness of my day as I wake up in the town who saw my parents grow. Tasting all kinds of food, from the pozole my mom makes to the fresh seafood served to you as Che La Banda plays on us. Never embarrassed of where I'm from, but always keeping in mind of where I'm at. Those long walks my parents had to make to the state I call home, Los Angeles, the place I grew up. Minorities being majorities, police checking you and stopping you for being brown. Even though some people are whitewashed or feel better than others because they have a better car, more money, I'll never look down at the raza. I'm from the streets where I saw drug deals go down, from the SWAT breaking into houses, not being able to leave my house because the block was on lockdown. I'm from the neighborhoods where we don't have a locked fence or a guard dog, you're target of getting robbed. I'm from the country of the forgotten. If money gives you power, power's all you need. Where teachers in school would tell me my English and Spanish were bad, just because I sounded too Mexican to the Americans, too American to the Mexicans. From Jaime Escalante to Selena, they showed the world Hispanics, Latinos could be someone accomplished things in the land that once belonged to us. Our ancestors gave our name and people pride, we'll do the same. I'm a Mexican American.
I am from South Central Los Angeles, where the Rodney King riots happened, where police brutality and discrimination are an everyday thing. When you cross the wrong street, you'll be gunned down. How kids are inspired by the gang-banging brother and wouldn't hesitate to join a gang if they were asked. I am from where you get segregated apart from whites, where the whole city is divided by zip codes, and when you enter a white neighborhood, you'll be stared at just like if you entered a classroom late. I am from a place that was forfeited and now it's illegal to come back. The hardships people endure when crossing the border for the American dream. My mom was one of those immigrants that came looking for a better life. Did she get a better life? Oh, so she did, which I admire her for. She raised 3 kids all by herself with no help from nobody. All the suffering she had to go through makes me admire her that much more. And now in this new country she made it to, she'll get to teach us the Mexican heritage she loves so much. She'll cook that pozole, pan empanizado, quesadillas, mole, tortas, enchiladas. She'll put the diverse music like banda, corridos, cumbias, and Mexican rock. I am from the place where if you say there's a party next Saturday, the family would call the cousins, tias, tios, compadres, comadres, abuelitas, abuelitos, friends, you name it. Did you catch that? Did you see that? That's our legacy within our community. We understand each other. We fight for each other. We stand our ground for each other. That's what my mother taught me. She has taught me so many things about the struggles of life and the value of life. She has taught me that at the end of the tunnel, there's a brighter future to be reached. She has done her part, and now it's time for me to do mine.